So it would seem transparency is the latest growing micro-trend in the gadget arena. We've seen the LG Crystal or the GD900, the Magimix Vision Toaster, and this Sony Ericsson Xperia Pureness handset. Now design-wise, it's of the candy bar variety, as you can see, with a gorgeous and beautifully designed 1.8-inch transparent LCD screen, which actually goes opaque when off, which actually looks quite cool. We've also got a nice selection of buttons on hand, although the downside is they are a bit on the small side, so you will need pretty delicate digits to operate them. Now the screen is pretty good if all you want to do is make calls and read and write text messages, as it's monochrome, although you will need to watch what you read and write in public, as people will see. It is transparent after all. Now the Xperia Pureness works best in darker environments, and that's thanks to the LEDs that are situated around the edge of the screen, so it'll be really good on a night out. Now the minute you start throwing pictures into the equation, it all gets a little bit disappointing. Okay, now staying with design, it's really light and compact, and while it may look like a quality premium handset, sadly it just doesn't really feel like one, like say the Motorola Aura, but it is just as limited in its features. So unlike the slew of handsets out there, and of course Sony Ericsson's own Xperia range that offer more than just a phone, so social networking, GPS, media center and a load of additional features, Sony Ericsson have decided with this handset that less is more. So it's more for people who want something really simple, but of course very sexy as well. Now the operating system is typical of Sony Ericsson, but instead of your usual grid layout, we've gone for full screen icons, which kind of makes you regress to around 10 years ago when phones were a lot more basic and simple, but it does look good and adds a bit of nostalgia to the handset. Now you can add shortcuts to dedicated keys, although this doesn't really stretch much further than your standard text message and call functions. But this isn't just an empty shell with no feature appeal. Instead, the Xperia Pureness offers you a different kind of service that not a lot of phones can hold up their hands to offering. That's a personal concierge service, to be precise, 24 hours a day, 12 months a year. So instead of going down the app or augmented reality route, you can just phone up your personal concierge and receive assistance that way. Now this isn't Sony Ericsson's own dedicated service. It comes courtesy of Quintessentially, which already provides such services for people with too much cash to splash. So it will really come in handy when, let's say, booking theatre tickets or trying to book a table at your favourite restaurant. And with offices worldwide, they're constantly at your beck and call. There isn't very much they won't be able to help you with. They won't, however, be able to help you with any handset issues you may have. So despite its basic nature, the Xperia Pureness packs HSDPA, Bluetooth, will pick up emails, has an FM radio, a music player and packs 2 GB of onboard memory. Now there's no Wi-Fi, camera or GPS, but this is hardly surprising. Now there's web browsing on offer too, but the screen obscures things and makes everything look a bit too smoky. So without that colour screen, it renders the internet use on this handset a little bit useless. Now you'll be pleased to know that it's also got brilliant battery life, but this is hardly surprising given that it doesn't really pack any advanced features. So there you have it. Whether you're a bit of a technophobe who doesn't want to be exposed to too much technology, a bit of a fashionista, a fan of the quirky, or you simply like to show off, the Xperia Pureness will make a wonderful and expensive purchase. Now its features may point to a budget handset, but even then it's not as feature heavy as some of the handsets out there, like say the LG Pop. And yes, you may be able to get more phone for your money with another handset, but you'll most certainly stand out from the crowd with this one.